It began with a single bird, flying erratically just hours before the ground began shaking violently. No storm, no predator, just chaos in the skies. Then the quake hit with devastating force. Locals recalled strange bird behavior before past tremors, but no one ever connected the dots seriously. Until now, researchers studying seismic hotspots noticed a repeating pattern. Birds changed behavior days before major earthquakes struck. Their movements were jittery. Migration paths shifted. Flocks scattered or vanished from familiar roosts without explanation. This wasn't random. GPS tags revealed sudden synchronized flight just before tectonic shifts were detected underground. Birds seemed to respond to signals no human instruments could detect, yet their timing was eerily precise. One species, the European bee-eater, left its nesting grounds 36 hours before a deep quake. When scientists reviewed past quake data, bird anomalies appeared again and again, hiding in plain sight. These were not minor tremors. The birds reacted ahead of quakes that caused widespread destruction and death. Their senses may detect micro-vibrations, gas leaks, or electromagnetic pulses invisible to human technology. In one controlled study, caged birds flapped wildly before artificially triggered tremors, then fell silent after. Birdsong recordings near fault lines fell quiet just hours before underground ruptures. The silence was haunting. Theories suggest birds use magnetoreception, an ability to sense Earth's magnetic fields disturbed by tectonic pressure changes. Some even detect infrasonic sounds, vibrations too low for humans but clear as thunder to birds. If proven consistent, these behaviors could revolutionize early warning systems in earthquake-prone regions worldwide. Instead of relying solely on machines, we may need to listen to the natural alarm bells. Birds evolved over millions of years, far longer than seismic sensors, and may still outperform modern tech. In Japan, motion-triggered cameras captured sparrows fleeing forests just before fault lines began to slip. In Turkey, pigeons reportedly refused to land on rooftops days before a deadly quake shattered cities. Each story is anecdotal, yet collectively they form a chilling pattern too consistent to dismiss. Some scientists remain skeptical, urging more rigorous data before changing earthquake protocols or investing in avian alerts. But others argue the stakes are too high to ignore this ancient airborne warning system any longer. Earthquakes strike with little notice. Even a few extra minutes could save thousands of lives. Birds might be the missing link between unpredictable nature and real-time survival. The challenge now lies in decoding their signals, turning chaos into patterns we can actually trust. Artificial intelligence is already being trained to detect avian anomalies in high-risk seismic zones. Data from flocks, flight paths, and soundscapes could feed a new generation of predictive models. And unlike machines, birds don't need electricity or calibration. They simply respond to a planet's hidden signals. The science is still emerging, but every discovery points to something birds have known all along. Earth speaks before it breaks, and birds are already listening. In Peru, researchers found condors fleeing canyons moments before cliffs began collapsing from underground stress. In Italy, roosts emptied completely the night before the Apennine Fault ruptured. These stories span continents, cultures, and centuries woven into myths long before science knew what to call them. Ancient people saw birds as omens for good reason. They just did not have the data. Now we do. And we're finally beginning to understand the deeper meaning behind every sudden flutter. Not all animals panic before disaster, but birds often vanish before we even feel the shake. Perhaps the sky holds clues about the earth, and wings carry wisdom we've long forgotten how to hear. The question is no longer whether birds know, it's whether we're ready to listen in time. Because in the stillness before the quake, birds may whisper what the earth is about to scream.